Arena tonight in Columbus against the Blue Jackets. Ken Daniels and Chris Osgood have the call. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Trevor. And our Southeast Michigan Ford dealers goaltenders, there's Thomas Greiss, who had no goal support facing Washington Thursday, his last start. He's given up only 2 in each of his past 2 starts. And look at those bright blue pads and gloves that, I don't know, Chris Osgood loves them. They belong to Elvis Merzlikins, the 6'3", 27-year-old. And that from Matisse Kivlenieks right there, his good buddy who passed this summer. You like them, do you, Oz? You like those?
I love
pads?
them.
Okay.
Colorful. It's not my style, but I love watching them. I like the old school equipment, obviously, with the helmet, but wow, those are sharp.
First time tonight. He's worn them the past couple of days to break them in. They don't need much to break them in anymore. The Red Wings starting Rasmussen, Nemesnikov, and Ernie with the Kaiser and Seider, who has the puck now. Hopped off his stick. He knocked it out of the air in lacrosse fashion almost. The Blue Jackets have it in the Red Wing zone. Corrali, Robinson, and Texier. Up front for Columbus, Bayreuther and Boquist on defense. The Red Wings' third line against the Jackets' fourth line. Here's Rasmussen across center. Going after it is Ernie. It's in behind Merzlikins, out the back door on a try there by Nemesnikov. And then Ernie threw his weight around. Rasmussen throws it to an open wing. And the Blue Jackets, Bayreuther recovers. The Red Wings get their first change of the game. 40 seconds in as the puck does not exit the Columbus zone. Picked up here off the change by Fabry. Quick shot, gloved in those new pads by Merzlikins, who hangs on to it. Well, he saw Curtis Sanford of Columbus 11 years ago wear bright blue pads, and Elvis said, you know what? I want them to be baby blue and shiny. The only Elvis I knew of wanted was blue suede shoes. I'm not sure about the pads, but they're sort of cool. They're going to take some getting used to. Save there off them. Zadina rebound just wide.
Could they be a distraction for the shooters? Maybe that's part of the brightness with them, but I think they're real cool. I love them. I can tell you one thing, all the young goalies out there, that's going to be their favorite equipment right now.
Probably.
They love them.
Ahead it goes for Suter. He knocked it down as Werenski couldn't clear, then knocked away by Merzlikins. Zadina around for Leddy, doesn't get through, blocked by Werenski. Here's Hronek for Robbie Fabry again. Oh, bad giveaway there. They gave it right to Zadina. Hronek toward the net. Rebound out front for Suter. Puck bouncing in there. And finally, the Blue Jackets, Jake Voracek, who was drafted by Columbus back in 07, spent 10 years in Philly, and back in Columbus again. They really needed some help off the wing to set up plays and scoring goals. And Voracek's got just one this season, but he'll help. They're without Patrick Laine, who's out for a while, injured, so they'll miss him as he was hoping to have a much better season than last year. That shot in that Greiss handles. Played by Stahl. Moved by Larkin, but gave it away inadvertently to Gavrikov. Kept in at the line for Peak. A shot right in front of the goal and missed the net. Great opportunity there, Gus Nyquist.
Well, we will revisit that flurry right there, which Greiss was able to keep the puck out, but for the time being, we're going to take a look. All right, we're going to look at our Taco Bell take predictions, and a good start for the Red Wings on the road. Last time you used the first 3. That fourth one was a must-win. So for the Wings, you want to get us off to a great start on a road trip for a game that is, and just a real concentrated effort by the Wings.
Back is Roslovic. Knocked away. A fake there by Bayreuther. Has it again, then lost it. Picked up here by Seider. Looks for Joe Veleno, just called from Grand Rapids with Mitchell Stevens out for a while. Don't know the extent of the injury, but went down heavily in the game a couple of nights ago. Brought in here by Roslovic. Shot in that Greiss stops. Roslovic, a Columbus native, played for the AAA Blue Jackets when he was younger, as did Sean Corrali, number 7. As Columbus wearing their 3rd jerseys here tonight, those Cannon jerseys, as the puck will come back down the ice.
Well, earlier flurry in the first period, early, just hitting that right in the middle there. He's right down Broadway, and Grice real aggressive on that. Was he number 29? Keep him on the outside. Might have got a stick on that, and the puck comes flying through. Good look here. Probably just hit it a bit. Yeah, right there with his stick. Grice did a real aggressive play, and then off Larkin, and Grice able to get back in.
That was Gus Nyquist who has it now. Put it back into the slot, and the shot goes wide. Nyquist missed all of last season with shoulder surgery. 2 goals in 12 games for Gus. Red Wing draft pick back in 2008. And a Red Wing from 11 to 19. In the days when Red Wings were really overripe, right?
Well, you give them tons of time. Now you don't have that luxury, and it happens throughout the league. These young players, they're ready when they're 19, 20. Even at a young age, they're making a difference.
Zach Werenski's got it. Grosse Pointe native dumped it out to center. Now on the wing here for Dylan Larkin. 3 goals the past 3, 2 of them game winners, including Saturday in extra time. Red Wings 3 in overtime, 3-2 in overtime this season. Dylan's got 2 of them. Sider's got the other. Here's Dylan Larkin revving it up at center, and a long shot in that goes wide of Merzlikins. Played by Corrali. Puck didn't get out. Now it's Nemestikov's got it. Nemestikov looks in front of the goal, and that's tipped by Merzlikins. Trying to create havoc in there was Adam Erne. On the wing here for Andrew Peeke, shoots it in. Back of the goal for Texier, tried to center. He gets knocked down. Texier, Corrali, and Robinson up for Columbus. Robinson, number 50, is terrific speed. Corrali, a former Boston Bruin, looked in front, right through Robinson's skates. Peeke at the line, and the shot went wide, and failing to hold it in. Vladislav Gavrikov goes back. For Andrew Peeke with a pass to center. Now Gavrikov. Couldn't get through. Sider will turn. Chased by Robinson. Gives to DeKeyser. Rasmussen goes after it in the corner. Knocked down by Gavin Bayreuther. Up for Voracek. Knocked away by DeKeyser. And settled there by Moritz Sider. 2 goals, 12 points in the season for him. Second in rookie points behind Lucas Raymond, who leads all freshmen with 15. Here's Zadina. Just 1 assist his past 7. He had some great opportunities Saturday. Looking to fire one in the back of the net as a 2-on-2, and the Blue Jackets go offside. The Columbus Blue Jackets, 3rd youngest team in the National Hockey League. Red Wings getting younger.
You think of New Jersey, they got some great young forwards that can score. In Columbus, although they got some injuries, and there's Brad Larson, who's done a wonderful job since taking over from one of your friends, Kenny.
Yeah.
Who's moved on.
John Tortorella, and they are very good friends. Torts was full support for Brad Larson to get the job in Columbus. Been an associate coach there for a while. That's a bad giveaway in front as the Red Wings look for the outlet. And that's not what Leddy wanted.
No, and the Wings have had probably 2 or 3 of those here, and only 6 minutes into the game. And if you play real good defense against Columbus with the injuries they have, they're going to struggle to score. So you don't want to give them any of those freebies and really have to play from behind in this game on your first game on a 4-game road trip.
Without Line A and without Max Domi, who's in COVID protocol after he had busted ribs after he worked so hard in the offseason from injury to get back and beat the timeline, then was injured, now with COVID. Big collision right at the Red Wing bench. Sider looks up ice for Erne, but it never got there. Gavrikov able to knock it down. Send the Blue Jackets away for Jenner. And their captain shot got stopped. Kept in here by Andrew Peeke. And across Gavrikov. Rasmussen responsible defensively. Got it ahead to Nemestikov. Rasmussen carries in off his stick then for Erne. Nemestikov back of the net. Bjorkstrand got the center, the leading goal scorer for Columbus the past couple of seasons. Bjorkstrand had 18 in the shortened campaign last season, 21 the year prior. Leads their team in points this year with 15, does number 28 in those blue cannon jerseys. And I noticed you took Greiss and light the lamp, and I was happy about that you'd be right, just so we don't have to hear the darn cannon tonight.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for 5 points for you, for nothing else, not to have to listen to the cannon fodder.
Absolutely, and the main reason I took him is being so good this year, and I feel like he's going to do the same here tonight, and hopefully we don't hear that cannon, Kenny.
That would be good. A goalless first thus far. We'll be back to Nationwide Arena on Bally Sports in a moment.
Well, Jeff Blashill's group has been very busy over the last month. Over that time, it's been pretty much a game every other day with a lot of travel mixed in. That's meant rest and practice time have been at a premium. And to maximize both, they've gone to a lot of video lately to keep the guys off their feet, make sure their bodies are rested, and to make the most of the time they do have. It's an efficient way to show the guys what they're trying to correct, what they want to work on, and as well as keep them off their feet, guys. Got to have rest at times like these.
Yes. Yes, for sure. And I like how Jeff Blashill explained it using the term, Trev, energy versus systematic play, meaning learning what you need to learn in meetings rather than on ice, so you're saving your energy. And if the players do that well, they'll spend less time on the ice practicing. It'll be beneficial for them, for sure. Brought ahead by Fabry, wearing the old number 14 of Gus Nyquist, whom he opposes tonight. Kicked out by Greiss. Back of the net for Yegor Chinakhov, the young rookie, number 59 for Columbus. 21st overall pick a year ago. He was terrific at the tournament in Traverse City, the Prospects tournament. Here's Zadina into the trapper of Merzlikins. Now a message from your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Returning AZ Plan trade-in lessees can lease a 2021 F-150 for only $249 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Red Wings with a record of 8-6-2. 18 points. Columbus 7-5 with 14 points. The past 5, they're 3-2 are the Blue Jackets. Gloved again by Merzlikins. 3-2 the past 5 for Columbus, yet have outscored the opposition by just 1, 19-18. Merzlikins signed a long-term deal. Jonas Korpisalo is the backup netminder tonight. Merzlikins is playing back-to-back games, and Korpisalo is the UFA end of the season, so there'll be a lot of Columbus goalie talk, you think, Chris?
For sure there will be with Korpisalo, obviously. His stats aren't great right now. .356, but he's only played in 5 games, so that could have been one game that went amiss. So, but he's going to be one of those guys. And you look at teams around the league. I right away I think of Edmonton, who's going to have a chance. They need a goalie. Mike Smith's been hurt for a while, so they're going to need somebody. And this might be the guy right here, Ken.
For me, for Edmonton, either him or Fleury.
And he's 27. He's still relatively young as a goalie when they reach their prime. So to me, this guy's going to be real coveted. He's played enough games now and proved himself in the league that he can be a top flight goaltender. He just needs to land in a spot that's going to give him that opportunity. And with Merzlikins, who's playing outstanding, he already is a top flight goaltender. I don't know what the playing time is going to be for Korpisalo moving forward, but wow, when that trade deadline comes, there should be 2 or 3 teams that are really interested in his services.
Rasmussen against Sean Corelli on the draw. Into the corner for Ernie. Rasmussen. He gets checked there by Jake Bean. Been in their top pair. Here's Nemestikov, a sliding Merzlikins, cleared away by Bean. Former Carolina Hurricane. Came for a 2nd-round pick. Remember, Columbus moved on. Seth Jones was dealt to join brother Caleb in Chicago. Give away there nearly. Kept in momentarily by DeKaiser. Puck now out to center ice for Sean Corelli, who turns. Bean will head off and leave it as Columbus completes a change. Red Wings top line is out there with Raymond, Bertuzzi, and Larkin. They stretch it out, backhanded in by Oliver Bjorkstrand. Leddy and Aronik on defense for Detroit. Raymond couldn't get it past. Then it goes for Jenner. Now with Nyquist and Bjorkstrand. Here's Andrew Peak. Moved it for Bjorkstrand, but Larkin not fighting. Stayed with him to knock it away. Yeah, given away. Great chance. Oh, and Raymond let the shot go. In behind, Larkin gets to it. Boy, we've seen some giveaways on both sides tonight.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a sloppy game here, just over 10 minutes in. But to me, this line right here, Ken, with Larkin, obviously Bertuzzi and Raymond, there's not a matchup I see that Columbus wins from line 1 to 4. If these guys have their way tonight and play the right way, they're going to get their scoring chances.
Relying on a young Cole Sillinger in his first season as their second line center. Roslovic, not sure how high up his offensive ceiling will be in the lineup. And Boone Jenner, who played a lot of wing in his career.
And Boone Jenner, a very good player, has played well against the wings, though -4, and they don't have anybody defensively that can shut down that line for the wing. So they should have themselves a big night if they can get going here.
It was Boquist who made the play, who came over in the Seth Jones deal. That shot gets blocked. Stahl, good job to knock down Voracek. Gavin Bayreuther. Seattle took Bayreuther in the expansion draft and not Max Domi, and then they didn't sign him. And Columbus liked Bayreuther enough to get him back, so they basically lost nothing to the Kraken. Sent in by Lindstrom. That took a strange bounce off the stanchion. Brought back by Roslovic. Ahead for Justin Danforth in his first National Hockey League game. Number 17 for Columbus. Seider to Kaiser. Sent in by Gagne, who was a Blue Jacket for a season. Loved playing here, and John Tortorella loved him, and their power play was terrific with Gagne on it the season he spent here. Goes off Gagne in front. Tied up Werenski enough, who then made the play. Ahead for Gregory Hoffman, and a lead feed here for Roslovic. Back pass for Bean, and just off to the side. Red Wings will regroup.
Well, Seider tried to hold the line, and a nice tip pass. Probably should have backed out the young defenseman, but was able to come back in kind of a back-checking posture and break that up just at the last second. So Seider really initially got caught flat-footed, but was able to really read the tea leaves and make a good play coming back.
Aronik played it ahead, just onside. Rasmussen with Namestnikov back of the net, who gets held, but no call. Andrew Peak grabbed a hold of him. Dean Morton in his final year, longtime National Hockey League referee, will retire at the end of the season. Francois Saint-Laurent working the game. Here's Nyquist back in front. Leddy to center, but stepping up to take it, Adam Boquist. Boquist got a shot away that Greiss made the save on, and then Larkin will clear one, knocked down by Bayreuther. Just got enough on it to get it to Bjorkstrand. Long shot in and out of the glove of Greiss. Taken here by Dylan Larkin or Tyler Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi on his backhand, looked in front just behind Raymond, then Stahl with his shot, bounces, and Merzlikins will hold on to that with 6:03 to go in the opening period. Giveaway there by Columbus, and a shot that gets deflected and goes wide. And then a recovery here by the Red Wings rookie defender Moritz Seider.
Well, this is how this game is going to be won or lost in Columbus. Two teams that are going to be defensive. You can't turn pucks over. Being right up the middle there, ill-advised pass. Good try by Raymond. He recovers enough, does Beam, to get his stick on it and then deflects off Larkin. But the Wings have had a few of those in their zone as well as Columbus. And whoever really limits those is probably going to win this game here.
Kaiser couldn't keep the puck in after the Red Wings won the face-off. They tag up, send it back in. Flipped out by Bjorkstrand, taken there by Seider. Raymond lifted one that was over to Kaiser's stick, and now he has to chase Bjorkstrand. Nyquist up there for Columbus. Out with it comes Raymond. Larkin's pass, outstretched stick. Bertuzzi's got it, in for Raymond. Couldn't get a shot. Raymond got squeezed along the boards. Taken out by Jenner, came loose in front, Bertuzzi. Puck still loose, Bertuzzi from his knees trying to make a play. Raymond's got it again, Dylan Larkin scores! Dylan Larkin now 4 goals the past 4 games. And the Red Wings lead 1-0.
Well, we talked about turnovers in this game. Both teams have had their fair share, and Columbus does here. Yeah, it comes off a scramble, but Columbus has control of this puck, and to me, if this line plays like this, they'll be unstoppable, the top line. Columbus just can't match up with them, so they're tenacious around it. 2 and 3 chances, but Columbus has the puck here. Just a flip shot, that's got to be played a lot harder than that, but heads up play by Raymond to go backdoor. That's just instincts, that's all it is. He's already taken a look at it. He's got a mental picture in his head, knowing, hey, Dylan Larkin's backdoor. I'm going to throw it back there and hope he's still there. Well, he is, and Larkin buries. That's a big goal for the Wings in a period that's kind of been real bouncy back and forth for both teams, but to get that 1-0 lead is huge for the Wings.
So Dylan Larkin ended the game 2 nights ago with that sharp angle shot in extra time and gets the first goal on this night when these two teams last meeting were 0s through 40 before the Red Wings came on strong and have a 1-0 lead here. Raymond gets the lone assist at 14:45. Hronek and Cole Sillinger to the corner. Cole is Mike's kid. Long-time NHLer in Detroit, and we'll talk more about that as the game goes along. A nice season he's having. And knocked out of the air, here's Zadina.
His father, one of the best face-off players ever to play in the game, and that's why you play for so many teams. Come playoff time, somebody always wanted a guy like that, so he's real important. But I don't think Cole's right there yet as that defensive player that you can throw out there against that Larkin line, but 7 points on the year for a young player. He's had a real nice start to his career.
Yeah, Mike played a lot of teams, all right, 12 of them over 18 seasons, but I've never heard it quite explained. He was dealt for face-off prowess. That's why that often. That's a very positive spin to that.
Well, I played with him in St. Louis, and he was great at killing penalties, get out on the second power play, but was very good in the face-off circle. So
here's Veleno for Stahl. Brownie tried to knock it out of the air. Brownie will play a bigger role now in the absence of Mitchell Stevens out for a while and get some more penalty kill looks, as will some others through this lineup to make up in that absence.
I think Veleno might be out there in the penalty kill a few times. Hopefully we don't see too many power plays for Columbus, but we got a lot of guys by committee that are able to do that.
Veleno ahead for Carter Rowney. Delays, sees his team changing. Gets to center, but didn't get it deep. Texier back for Andrew Peak from Parkland, Florida. With a long pass ahead for Justin Danforth, who gets dumped. Moved ahead for Nemesnikov with Peak chasing. Threw it to an opening. Seider gets over there. In back of the goal. Now for Danforth again, the Oshawa, Ontario native. When I say number 17 is playing in his first NHL game tonight, he's 28 years old. That's sticking with it.
Yeah, that is an exciting moment for him, isn't it? He's had to earn every moment of it, so that's a cool thing for sure. And Larson, head coach of Columbus, very excited for him.
The guy on the other side, Gregory Hoffman, in his first season, he's 29 years old. Roslovic's the youngster at 24 in the middle of that line.
You got to have a soft heart for guys like that who've had to work for it for so long and now get an opportunity.
Here's an opportunity for Bjorkstrand, stopped by Grice. With 2:15 to go, we'll step out. Dylan Larkin has his 7th goal of the season, his 4th the past 4 games. 2 of his previous 3 were game winners. A lot of time left in this one, though. And I had a nice chat with Justin Danforth this morning. He's from Oshawa, Ontario, and his family moved there a couple of years just after where I began my radio career. We were talking about the old haunts there, and I asked, is his family down for the game? He said, no, with COVID and everything else, they couldn't get there. I don't have any family or friends here for my first NHL game tonight, but there'll be many more to come. I love his positive attitude for a guy who's in the Swiss League and the Continental Hockey League the past 3 seasons where he averaged a point per game and 4 AHL teams, played for Gerard Gallant at the World Championships for Canada, and here he is at 28 years old in the NHL.
Yeah,
good for him.
Just probably has a love for the game, doesn't he? He's played in a lot of different spots, and just that never give up attitude. A great example for young kids out there. If you're not drafted, hey, you still have an opportunity.
Right. Picked up here by Zadina. Hronek to Nick Leddy. That hit the rear end of Zadina. Taken by Gus Nyquist. His pass just a little bit too far for the defenseman Jake Bean joining the rush. Here's Pius Suter. 3 goals the past 5 for Pius. Stahl stayed at center, got support from Suter, now has to chase Boone Jenner. Jenner taking over as captain here when Nick Foligno moved on when he was traded to Toronto. Nick Foligno now with the Boston Bruins. Ooh. I think that got Texier in a bad spot. He's Soprano for a little bit. Wasn't expecting that one to be cleared that way. Over it goes for him again. Can't get to the bench yet. Now he's got to chase Bertuzzi, who will dump it in with under a half minute to go in the opening period. Peak. Forced there by Ernie, who knocked it down. Namestnikov 2-on-2 in the corner. Gavrikoff's got it for Columbus. And that pressure by Detroit just forced an icing. So a face-off with the 7 seconds, 7 7/10 to go in the period in the Columbus zone. And our intermission report will then come your way with Larry Murphy and John Keating. They'll discuss the Dylan Larkin goal and what the Red Wing defense has been doing so far this evening. Fabry, Suter, Zadina, DeKeyser, Seider, Gavrikov leaves it in the corner, picked off quickly for Fabry, but couldn't get a shot. And 20 minutes complete here, and the Red Wings on Dylan Larkin's 7th lead by 1 through 1.
All right. I have no defense.
No. Second period is underway. Dylan Larkin's goal from Lucas Raymond in the first period, as Seider brings it to center. As Raymond now with 16 rookie points leading the way, Seider with 12, and you can purchase tickets to a weeknight home game, and PointsBet will match the amount new users spend with PointsBet credit. For more information, go to DetroitRedWings.com/PointsBet now. Rasmussen against Sean Corelli. Namestnikov got there before Adam Boquist. Now it's Ernie. Ernie made the play, taken away, then given away. Here's Seider with a quick shot, just wide. Rasmussen went for the redirect, missed it. Seider put it to center, but the Blue Jackets intercept. Texier around. Boquist to the right point. Intercepted here by Adam Ernie, then lost it to Robinson, and a save made by Grice. Came into the middle, Namestnikov, then couldn't get it. Texier around Namestnikov, Texier to the middle, around that errant stick that is lost there from DeKeyser. And Grice will hold on.
There's been a lot of offensive zone scramble action in this game at either end, really. And we're going to take a look at this again. The puck just bouncing everywhere. It's the stick eventually becomes a sixth defender for the Wings, just kind of hanging out in the slot area there, and they get a chance. But this game, there's been some scrambly play at best. A lot of times, even on the Wings goal by Larkin came off a scramble. So whoever gets on the forecheck and creates some turnovers is going to win this game.
That shot went wide. Zadina will chase. Grabbed first by Voracek. Voracek now in his 14th season, approaching 1,000 games. He has the puck now into the slot, and that goes high off Cole Sillinger's shot that was deflected up and out of play. There's Mike's kid we were speaking of, the 12th pick this past July. And Cole, the son of Mike, and Mike's kids also, Lucas and Owen, are both playing for the Bemidji State Beavers in the revived and thriving CCHA. And the forward Owen with a 5-point weekend with a sweep up in Lake State, up in the Sioux. He was named forward of the week in the CCHA, Owen Sillinger, along with his brother Lucas there at Bemidji State.
Wow.
Mike's got all the boys playing hockey. They just don't want to have to travel as much as Mike did.
They're probably born in a different city, each and every one of them, played in so many different spots, but Mike was a very good NHLer for a long, long time.
Cole was born here and lives in New Albany with a family that was close with his dad when Mike was playing here, so that's pretty neat too. Ooh, Veleno just missed a skate to the head. He was fortunate on that. Here comes Gagne, the former Blue Jacket, to Veleno, and an easy save for Merzlikins.
Well, Wings trying to enter the zone here. This is when things get dangerous and you fall down and whoa, skate just over top of Veleno there. And sometimes it makes you cringe. Sometimes this game happens so darn fast that there's no way, really, just anything you can do to get out of the way of those skates, and ends up getting a shot on it. But there he is, no worse for wear.
Moritz Seider for De Kaiser, a one-timer, and Merzlikins saw that all the way. And he holds on. Well, it'll be very interesting to see what happens at the March 21st trade deadline, still a ways away. We mentioned Corpusalo, the backup goaltender. Columbus with the 4th most cap space in the league. The Red Wings have them beat, sitting second in that department. Only Buffalo with more, who had to make a deal to get over the cap floor after the departure of Jack Eichel. Here's Larkin. Spinning away from a check of Gavrikov, who stayed with Larkin enough to push him the end boards, who got it to Bertuzzi, and now to Seider. Oh, and that just skipped off the pads, I think, of Merzlikins, stretching to make that save. Here's Nyquist. Looks in front for Jenner, knocked away though by Seider.
Great positioning by Seider there. Didn't panic at all. Kind of let Nyquist bob and weave into really nowhere, and then took advantage of that nice stick on puck.
Thrown to open ice by Bertuzzi, but picked off by the Blue Jackets. Werenski took the shot. Nyquist with it again. Gets it back to the line. Then Werenski circles. For Bjorkstrand. His shot knocked down and then cleared away. Nyquist swings it across for Zach Werenski again. Blue Jackets defenseman moves it. Jenner, Werenski up along with Bean. Took the shot, and Rice has that.
Well, Seider has been himself here. He's real good at this too, just getting pucks through. That almost goes in through a bunch of people, but he's just shooting it past the guy who's trying to block the shot, Shingard. Not trying to necessarily hit the net, but create a scoring chance, and it's good defense there by Seider. And Werenski comes in. This is a better save than you think here with the traffic in front, and Grice using that size and using his eyes to be able to track that puck through traffic.
There's a shot that gets blocked. It hit Sean Corrali in front. Hronek gets shoved by Corrali. And the Red Wings lift one deep. Nemestikov with Bayreuther gives him a run to the end boards. Corrali for Columbus. Off the boards, indirect, back into the Red Wing end. Hronek. Makes the play for Nemestikov. Stopped by Corrali. Back in by the Blue Jackets. Greiss clears it around for Rasmussen. Corrali there to take it for a moment, but here's Hronek. Gains center. Nemestikov looks back. Rasmussen shot.
Ooh.
He scores! Michael Rasmussen, his first goal in 28 games. Barely found the back of the net, but it's 2-0 Detroit.
Well, his reaction says it all. He was surprised at that win. I don't think he was expecting. Just trying to shoot this on the net, possibly to get a rebound or another scoring chance off it. Just throwing this there, and Merzlikins, he stops that, to me, 99 times out of 100. And Nemestikov just drops this back, and not expecting much more than maybe that Hronek's going to the net for a rebound chance. But the Wings, good job in the second period here of just getting pucks towards the goal. They've had a couple close calls prior to this one, but hey, that goes to prove right there. It's never a bad play to throw the puck on net.
That'll be some weight off the shoulders of number 27, Michael Rasmussen. His first goal to go along with 6 assists, and that goal was a long time coming back to last season. But he's very reliable defensively. And to help out with a little offense here, that line's been very good between Ernie and Nemestikov, who made the play to him. That in large part why Veleno is centering the fourth line. Jeff Flasher didn't want to break up the third unit. Nor this second one with Zadina and Suter and Fabry. And the first line goes without saying. That puck got read perfectly. And Veleno able to intercept and get it down. Voracek leaves it for Zach Werenski. Now ahead, Veleno kicked it, but Werenski's got it. That hit the curved glass at the Columbus bench. That's why the whistle will go for a stop in play. Now a message from Cure Auto Insurance.
Hey, Kate, being the new kid on the block in Michigan, do you think you can make an impact right away?
Sure, why not? I know someone else who has.
Who?
Cure Auto Insurance.
Merzlikins will move it. Stepping up is Seider. And then Gagne's shot just went wide. De Keyser stepped up to keep it in, and it comes here for Gregory Hoffman in his 13th game, number 15 for Columbus. Knocked away from Rowney. Recovery there from Seider. Rowney for De Keyser. Look out. That's out of play, and it's going to be a penalty here as Danny De Keyser lifted that one over the glass. So when we come back, Columbus goes to a power play, but the Red Wings lead by a couple of goals. Rasmussen from Nemestikov and Hronek at 4:23.
Asked about the cannon here at Nationwide Arena. Well, I can tell you a little bit more about it. It's a replica of an 1857 Napoleonic howitzer. It was actually fired for real before they brought it inside the building in 2009. Since then, it's been fired over 400 times. There's a charge hooked up to this bad boy that echoes throughout the building. It'll catch you off guard every single time you hear it. But the reason they've got a cannon here inside the building is because during the Civil War, they actually produced cannons for the war right here in Columbus. So all you ever wanted to know about the cannon here inside Nationwide, guys.
Greiss will hold on. Blue Jackets control the draw on the power play. Save made. Oh, two good stops by Greiss.
Were those ever?
He
quick
just
reflexes.
rocked Cole Sillinger. He's already scored 4 times, the rookie. That shot. Sillinger up there again for Columbus. Bounces down near side. Bjorkstrand. And then it's cleared. Down the ice by Lindstrom. Moved by Merzlikins. Ahead for Bjorkstrand. Here's Cole Sillinger, the 12th overall pick this past July. The second of 2 first-round picks in the early going for Columbus. Over Sillinger's stick. Back it goes for Voracek. For Cole Sillinger again from the dot, and a shot and a save and the rebound off the goalpost. Jenner around Werenski. Back for Boone Jenner to Sillinger. What a save again by Greiss. 0-3 on Cole Sillinger. And he's going to have nightmares tonight. He's got it again. Greiss stops him. 4 tries on that power play for Cole Sillinger. You can see how upset he is. Wow.
Well, if anything, he's going to look at those, or his dad's going to call him and say, upstairs, please, son. But Greiss, listen, Greiss has been the #1 power penalty kill so far here in the course of this power play for Columbus, and that's just great reflexes right there. And now we're taking a look at the second one. This is through traffic again, working from left to right. Second shot off the crossbar. And we're going to take a look at the most recent chance. Once again, all real similar chances in tight. Greiss having to use that lateral movement, those long legs, and wow, he's been outstanding so far in this PK.
Second unit comes out now with Roslovic and Nyquist and Gregory Hoffman, along with Yegor Chinikov and Adam Boquist, who checks Nemesnikov. Rasmussen now goes off after the faceoff, and out comes Bertuzzi along with Gagne, and Stahl and Seider drop back here. Boquist for Chinikov behind Boquist, and the penalty's over as De Keyser's out of the box for that puck over glass penalty. Now Bertuzzi's line mates join him in Larkin and Raymond. Raymond sends it in, so Columbus 0 for 1 on their power play. Merzlikins clears it, but off the glass and then deflected out of play. There's Sean Corelli, who spent 5 seasons with Boston, grew up here in Dublin, Ohio, played for the AAA Blue Jackets. He grew up idolizing Rick Nash. And then when he's in Boston, they get Rick Nash, and he's sitting next to Rick Nash in the room. He said, that was a real cool moment for me getting to know Rick, and they're going to retire Rick Nash's number 61 later this season here in Columbus. And Boston will be in town. Nick Foligno will be here. That'll be quite the photo, and if Bergeron doesn't mind and they let Nick Foligno take the ceremonial puck drop with Rick Nash there and Boone Jenner, you get all the Columbus captains together.
All the captains together at one time.
Wide open, and a save made off Suter. Off a feed from Bertuzzi. Hronek, double whack at the puck. And Raymond calmly clears it. And then Hronek mixing it up behind the play, along with Corrali. Corrali's a big body. Now a penalty coming. Suter goes to the box.
I mean, they finishes his check on Raymond. The Wings have, this has been them all season long, really sticking up for one another. I don't mind Hronek one bit. They're sending a message. You can't run a young star player. And here's the penalty here. And after I saw the first power play, and that's just unfortunate for Suter. You're trying to be stick on puck. The stick swings in the legs. Player goes down. But Wings is a big part of the game here. We're halfway through this hockey game. Greiss has had to be outstanding, especially the last 3 minutes, especially on that PK. So Wings have done a great job 5-on-5 transitioning, getting pucks out. Got to get a good penalty kill here.
Didn't get it out there, but in a second try, Gagne will get it down. So there's Rowney with some PK time to start here with Gagne, who's been very good this season. Coming into the game, the Red Wings 12 for 12 the past 4 games in the penalty kill department. They've been perfect at home the past 6. Columbus's power play, middle of the pack. And without Laine, he's had a subpar few seasons, but hope he gets hot for Columbus Blue Jackets too when he gets healthy again. They look in the slot, comes back to the line. Voracek dishes off, and the shot goes high. Jake Voracek, such a good passer. Werenski looks back for Sillinger. Werenski again. In the slot, and again, a save made, this time on Bjorkstrand by Greiss. Bid on jerseys and sticks used in warm-ups on Military Appreciation Night now through Thursday, November 18th. All proceeds benefit the Motor City Veterans Hockey Association and the Detroit Red Wings Foundation. Bid now at DetroitRedWings.com.
I'm not so sure Greiss saw that last chance getting through traffic, but when you're on, you're on, and he's putting himself in the right position here all night long.
Boone Jenner backhanded behind for Cole Sillinger. He was born just after his dad's second and final season with the Jackets in 2003. He's had 3 great chances here, and that one tipped in front. Greiss answers again on Bjorkstrand. Not a shot this time, but that's redirection.
And that's not easy, that high tip. Usually when they're in tighter to the goaltender, you can get yourself right up that tip. It doesn't change direction as much. So Greiss has got it. He's got his eyes on the puck here. He's following. He's tracking it perfectly. And that's what that takes. That's as much tracking and good foot movement by Greiss, enabling him to make that save look easy.
And the Red Wings get the face-off and down the ice with 20 seconds remaining in the Columbus power play as Zach Werenski will lead the attack to center. Backing in with it was Voracek. Gagne clears it, but off Werenski, who kept it in. In front of the goal and just wide, and a chance from Jenner. This will be cleared as Suter's now out of the box, so Columbus 0 for 2 on the power play.
Now, they've had a few of those on both power plays, about 4 to 5 backdoor plays, and 3 of them were snuffed out by Greiss and 2 just missed, so the Wings fortunate to keep this 2-0 lead.
Red Wings with just a dozen shots in the game, but they've made 2 of them count. Columbus with a half dozen on the last power play. Here it comes for Seider. Didn't like the lane, goes wide with it. Makes the play for Pius Suter. Fabry back in front, gets blocked. Zadina. Nyquist dumps one in that Greiss will hold. And with that, we'll step out. 7:47 to go in the second period. The Red Wings lead by a couple, and Thomas Greiss has kept it that way. Number 34, Cole Sillinger, the 12th pick this past July. The Red Wings took Simon Edvinsson, the big left-handed defenseman, 6. 1 pick prior was Kent Johnson with the Michigan Wolverines. Can this guy score? He's got an 8-game point streak, 3 goals, 15 points the past 8 games, following a weekend sweep by the Wolverines of Penn State. What a sniper he is. Very good skater, highly skilled player. Kent Johnson, and the Wolverines are highly skilled too all round for Mel Pearson.
They just keep coming, don't they? These young skilled players. What a nightmare to be a goalie nowadays.
Yeah. Bertuzzi, good job in front along with Leddy to prevent Nyquist from getting a chance. Leddy's former team, the New York Islanders. Want to congratulate Andy Green from Trenton, Michigan, playing game 1000 tonight. What a wonderful career for Andy, who was coached by Jeff Blashill. They're good friends. Way to go, Andy.
As he ever. As good as a player as he's been in career, he's even better person.
That he is.
Great guy.
Yep.
What a player he was in New Jersey for them for years.
That point shot tipped. Greiss couldn't hold it. Oh, he made the save. They score on a third try. Nothing else Greiss could do there as Boone Jenner, the Columbus captain, gets him on the board.
Well, of course, Boone Jenner, he seems to always score against the Wings. He's one of those players, third captain in Columbus Blue Jackets history. And a lot of these plays tonight, just scrambly plays in front of the net. A lot of these have occurred. And everything Grace could do. Yeah, he gets the first one, but not the second. Nyquist is taking up Letty's room. So a lot of scrambling. Guys are trying to figure out what's going on, but that puck has been bouncing everywhere tonight, especially in front of the area. That makes it difficult for not only the goaltender, but the defenders. And that goal right there epitomizes how this night went 5-on-5. A lot of scrambling plays, some turnovers, a lot of bouncing of the puck in front of the net, and that time the bounces went Columbus's way.
Eric Robinson, the speedster, number 50 for Corrali. Didn't get in, taken by Rasmussen, who has his first of the season here tonight. Dylan Larkin has his 7th. Carried ahead by Namestnikov. Nyquist and Bean assisting on the Jenner goal. Nyquist and Peak.
And that's what power plays will do. Even though you didn't score, and Columbus didn't, Grace was outstanding. The PK held up, but it still gave Columbus some momentum. The Wings had one shift after where they had some offensive in-zone time, but really Columbus has really been tilting the ice in the direction of the Wings here. So they got to get back, get some traction back in their direction, get pucks deep. Their forecheck was great in the first period, so they might want to revisit that.
Chances 13-2 this period in favor of the home team. Back for De Kaiser, and a save made by Merzlikins, who hasn't been all that busy in the second frame. Fabry got his elbow up a little bit. Here comes Voracek. Holquist ran into him. Well, the Columbus Blue Jackets stopped that 2-1 themselves.
Did they ever? Not sure where the veteran wanted to go with that. He's trying to get some time and allow it really that 3-on-2 to work its way out, and 27 just got in the veteran forward's way.
Bayreuther with the pass up. Played by Boquist back. On the rebound, he scores! Well, he messed up the previous rush and made amends there with a tying goal.
Well, you talk about just throwing pucks on net. Yeah, there's a rebound there. It's a bang-bang play, but you get rewarded for just simple hockey at times, and the Wings did a lot of this in the first period. Really, the second goal was just Rasmussen tossing on net, and here, that's what Columbus does, and sometimes the bounces just don't go your way, but Columbus has earned it this period 100%. That comes off the pads of Grice. I'm not so sure he could have controlled that or not. It's really just a heated shot, low, just above the stick, hits the pad right on the tape, directed into the net, and we got ourselves a 2-2 tie. And Voracek grabs the puck there, and Columbus is off for the races now, who really have dominated the last 10 minutes of this hockey game.
That's Boquist's first goal as a Columbus Blue Jacket. So that's why the puck will go his way. He's playing in just his 6th game. He spent some time on injured reserve this season. He was acquired in the Seth Jones deal from Chicago. Fairly high first-round draft pick. So now this game is turned 2-2. Here's Raymond. Can't get past Peak, who's been very strong this season for Columbus. Bertuzzi did what he does best. Larkin back in front of the goal. Oh, and Stahl can't believe he missed. Jenner ahead to Nyquist. Bryce leaves it there for Dylan Larkin. Larkin brings it to center ice. Then knocked off his stick by Gavrikov. Raymond moves in. Gavrikov, support there from Roslovic up the middle. Roslovic with a perfect feed into Justin Danforth, dropped it back. Chance for Werenski, checked there by Veleno. He's got 2 Red Wings going but couldn't find him. Danforth, back for Hoffman. Then taken away by Veleno. Gagne gets it the rest of the way. Back is Danforth. Makes it for Werenski. Up the middle to Danforth. On the wing for Bean, back in front, good play, Veleno coming back. Or Gregory Hoffman had a chance in all alone. Gagne. The rest of the way from Rowney.
And was that ever you talk about Veleno being a 200-foot player? We saw that on display right there. Really good read. That could have been a dangerous grade A scoring chance at 2-2. You've already given up 2 goals in a row. That third would have really hurt. So Veleno, good play.
Here's Ernie, nice move. Ernie circles the goal. Tried to center for Nemestikov, never got there. Hronek able to keep it in at the right point. Merzlikins came out. Big collision in front, in big part because of Bayreuther of Columbus. And now everybody in saying you started it. No, you did.
Well, I'm not sure anybody did. Merzlikins got himself tangled up with the Red Wing player himself, lunging for it with the big catching glove. And as has been all year, the Wings are all in it together, so a nice job, but could use more of that at the Columbus net and less of that right there with Columbus tying the game at 2. Little 8 minutes this game, but no matter how many minutes this guy plays, it's hard minutes on the forecheck. He's contributed offensively as well. He's a real key part to this Wings team moving forward the rest of the season. They will have a chance to make the playoffs. Smart guy. What I like about him, makes his line mates better, makes his teammates better. He's always in the mix. He's been a real nice addition for this Wings team since last season. So he'll sit in the penalty box right now. 4-2 in the Wings. A little 4-on-4 action here, so the ice could open up a bit here in the latter stage of this second period.
Larkin and Bertuzzi and DeKeyser and Seider. Sean Corelli for Columbus. With Texier. Seider tried to feed one through for Bertuzzi that's taken by Werenski up along with Corelli and Bean and Texier. Dylan Larkin's got it. He opened the scoring late in the first. It was 1-0 Detroit after 1. 2-0 here with Rasmussen's first of the season. The last 2 have gone to Columbus from Jenner and Boquist. That's where we stand now with 1-2 to go in period 2. Wide edge and shots for Columbus. Rice has been fantastic. Red Wings will be in Dallas tomorrow night. The Stars finally won their first game of the season in regulation last night. Strange goings on there. Here's Bean. Taken to the boards by Hronek. Then Hronek goes down. Bean for Werenski. Bjorkstrand back that way to the corner for Gus Nyquist. Nyquist in front, off a skate. Raymond was nearly away. Leddy. Finally gets it ahead for Pius Suter. Rink wide here for Lucas Raymond. Gets back onside. Suter. DeKeyser in front. Oh, save. That changed direction, and Merzlikins with those pretty pads made the save.
Was that ever? He was almost beaten on that. I think it tipped just in front of him, kind of almost crossed him up, and would have been a huge goal for the Wings there late.
Back to 5-on-5. Voracek overskated. Voracek acquired for Cam Atkinson. Returns to Columbus after 10 years in Philly, 14 years after being drafted by the Blue Jackets. Cole Sillinger goes after it. Seider's got it. The rookie played it ahead, a lift of the stick by Rasmussen, but kept in here. Sillinger with a shot, knocked down in front. 2 seconds to go in the period. That'll run out. So the Red Wings led after 1, but we're all tied after 2. And coming your way, you see what will be discussed in the MGM Grand Detroit Intermission Report with Larry and John. Company with a minimum 20 games played. Tyler's just 2 goals shy of matching the lead of last season, just 11 by Adam Ernie. Columbus with 2 late goals in that second period. We begin the third, all even at 2 apiece. How we started the game starts the third period with the two teams' respective lines. Rasmussen, who's got a goal tonight. On the draw was Sean Corelli. And a stick came up and caught Texier. That was not detected as Texier goes to the Columbus bench. Here's Ernie, taken out by Gregory Hoffman. DeKeyser couldn't keep it in. We'll go all the way down. Rice moves it for DeKeyser and around for Seider. That's tipped in by Nemesnikov. Merzlikins plays it. Boquist took a hard hit from Rasmussen. Boquist tied up the game with 5:05 to go in period number 2. Ooh, stepping up was Peak as he gave Rasmussen a ride. In front by Robinson, knocked away and cleared the rest of the way. Lindstrom will now head off as the Red Wings can get a change here. Just over a minute gone in the third period. That's Andrew Peak. Tipped at center ice there. Sillinger couldn't get through. Hugh Suter knocked out of the air by Zadina. Peak played it. On the move comes Voracek. Dropped it back into the slot and across and a shot. Rice came out on that one. Yegor Chinakhov, the 21st overall pick from a year ago, has a great shot, looking for his first National Hockey League goal.
Chinakhov was good just to get this off. It's off that front foot. He probably like it back a little farther one time that, but wow, he still got a lot on this, but because it wasn't right in his wheelhouse, he kind of had to adjust, and that forced it to go off Greiss and up, but still real good chance. A 3-on-2 Voracek. He's a smart player. What a playmaker he is. Kind of delayed a bit, let that 3-on-2 set up. He's been doing that all game long.
Chinakhov was sort of off the board when Columbus took him in front and just wide. Jarmo Kekalainen taking a name that many were not familiar with. Just as when Steve Yzerman took Moritz Seider on a hand pass there that many may not have been familiar with when he went 6, but Chinakhov went later in the first round and still had analysts scrambling at 21 overall, say, who's this Chinakhov kid? Well, that was way more surprising when Columbus took him than the Red Wings taking Seider, but Jackets hoping for good things from him. Hand pass they called, knocked down by Werenski, but they're saying it
hit Leddy's
Leddy
stick
first.
Yeah, I mean, inconsequential either way. Just a neutral zone face-off. The Wings might want to make sure they cover that front of their slot in this third period. Far too many chances, tight little plays. Columbus has got some young guys and aren't afraid to make plays around the net. The Wings, make sure you're taking sticks in front of your goaltender, Greiss.
Raymond, Larkin, and Bertuzzi for Detroit. As Hronek couldn't connect with Bertuzzi along the near boards, and then failing to keep it in. Jake Bean goes back to get it. Werenski now. Hronek turns for Detroit. Both teams will make changes. Bertuzzi on the left wing. 1-on-5 for the moment. Now gets help. Finds DeKeyser.
It's crossed up a bit. DeKeyser was at the blue line. You think it happened to Columbus. The puck goes back and he missed the puck. That's a missed opportunity offensively. So it's important for those D to handle that puck back at the blue line, especially when offensive zone time is so valuable.
Joe Veleno with a good stop and turn. Looking for space. He finds Gagne. Right shot left side. Cuts back to the middle. No space. Tipped in front of Merzlikins. It was Danforth staying with Gagne up high. Danforth in his first NHL game led all Columbus players with 5 hits after 2 periods. Playing the least amount of time for all players at just 5.5 minutes. He moves the puck back now. So with not a lot of time in your first game, you want to make your presence felt. He's done that for his team. Bayreuther gets across. Out by Boquist, couldn't connect with Robinson. It'll come back as a face-off in the Columbus zone with that icing. Now a message from FanDuel Sportsbook.
Hey fans, right now you can live bet on the game on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Head over to FanDuel now.
Draw one by Rasmussen. Quickly Lindstrom in the slot up the goal post. What a chance for Ernie, set up beautifully. Draw one, Stahl, Lindstrom, pass, post. Nearly a 3-2 Detroit
think of drawn
lead.
up plays, that certainly looked like one of those that they would practice. And
Rasmussen just collided with Lindstrom. Back it comes for Peak. Shot gets blocked by Gustav Lindstrom. Kept in at the line, save made by Grice. Poked the second shot away from Robinson, moved by Rasmussen. Jackets with it again. Can't get into the zone though. Stahl stood up Robinson at the line. Now Peak delays. Gavrikov dropped it back, wide open Texier. Shot gets blocked by Lindstrom. Broke his stick. He'll go to the Red Wing bench. Loose at center here for Larkin along with Raymond, late man Bertuzzi. Raymond holds on to the puck, finds a later man into Kaiser. One shot, two shots, both stopped by Merzlikins. Seider to Larkin. Gets checked. Moritz Seider has Bertuzzi. Then Gavrikov will clear it. Knocked down at center by Seider, who made the play. Here's Larkin, leaves for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi right in on goal, and he gets hooked. Penalty coming here for holding to Gavrikov. Red Wings are going to go to a power play. They're first.
Well, it's just persistence by the Wings. Offensive zone time eventually creates this, a quick turnover in neutral zone, while the Wings really transitioned real well back to offense after being in Columbus' zone. And Bertuzzi does a real nice job. He could have shot that right away, elects to protect the puck and drive the net, Columbus's net. And if you do that, you're going to get a scoring chance or a penalty. Power play for the Red Wings, and 2-2, real important test for this power play that's been real sharp of late.
With the number one line just having played, they'll go off, so the second unit comes out here to start the power play for Detroit. Gagne, Suter, Zadina, Leddy, and Hronek took the shot, saved by Merzlikins. Gagne over to retrieve. Round it comes, Hronek. Gagne moves it to Leddy. Zadina waiting to fire, save Merzlikins, rebound. Hronek just sent wide.
Yeah, you got to keep throwing pucks at Merzlikins. He's at times overplaying shots. He's finding himself all over the net right now, out of position there again on that rebound chance. Hit the net, it's probably a goal. So if I'm the Wings, I'm just throwing everything at the net with traffic. The puck's bouncing a lot today, and hopefully you get one your way.
Zadina. Hit Suter's stick, went to Hronek, back in front for Suter, and he fanned on it in a little tight. Leddy coming over to hold it in. Gagne, some good work. Oh, he's going to get a penalty for it. I think they're going to call Gagne for hooking. As he lifted the stick of Bean, and perhaps Gagne's stick got up into the gloves of the Columbus player. And Dean Morton saying nothing I could do.
Yeah, Gagne's having a conversation, not too much. I think more frustrated just by the
Red Wings, number 89, 2 minutes hooking.
Yeah, just by the timing of this penalty, and the Wings were starting to get some chances there too, and we're getting Merzlikins moving around that net quite a bit. And it's just, you're battling for pucks. You have to get in there, and that's not much of a hook whatsoever, and that's what Gagne should do. And plenty of chances here, and wide open net for Merzlikins. He's really diving around, overplaying some pucks, so that will continue. You beat him from distance already, and a weak shot by Rasmussen, so continue for the remainder of this game to just toss pucks on net. I had a feeling you're going to get a good rebound goal here moving forward.
Larkin off the draw to Seider. And Raymond now. Raymond forced all the way back by Chinakhov. Couple of rookies. Picked up here by Dylan Larkin. Getting a little bit of space. Puts on the brakes. Seider smoothly in. Backhand to forehand. Nyquist on him. Stops to get away from him. Larkin circling. Seider down low. There's a shot and a save made by Merzlikins back in front of the goal. Raymond couldn't get a shot as the Kaiser tried to set him up. Went off the skate of Seider. Red Wings will get a change here as the Blue Jackets set up deep. Rasmussen and Nemesnikov for the Red Wings. This penalty kill situation as Columbus looks to work out on the power play. To the line and back out to center. Werenski across for Jenner. Columbus captain gets it in. Stahl, good play, clears it down.
You're seeing the importance in this game for watching defensively. Stahl and Leddy. Leddy skating the puck out of the zone, making that great first pass and adding the offense. A real smart veteran defenseman coming from the Islanders. And then you have Stahl, who's been just a pillar of strength back there for the Wings for dating back to last year.
Working it down low, Jenner. Bjorkstrand, backhand try. Back for Werenski. Penalty over. Gagne back in the play. He's got the puck. Got help from Bertuzzi. Played ahead. He goes to get it. Werenski coming over. Bertuzzi with Suter and Gagne back in front of the net. And it wouldn't go. Bertuzzi tries to center back. They score! Well, what are they calling?
I think the puck was hit by a high stick previous to Bertuzzi eventually putting it in. I mean, there's been tons of scrambles around the net in this hockey game.
Francois Saint-Laurent saying no.
And a shot here. Deflects off Werenski, off the goalie, hits his blade right there. Comes back down, now Bertuzzi grabs it.
It's a right call.
That's a really good call by the referee, isn't it? To
really
see that. I mean, it's tough to see it as it is, but wow. Close call again in a scrambly game around the nets. Still tied at 2.
He would have his number retired. That'll happen on March the 5th against the Boston Bruins. Their deceased owner sent the message out telling everyone what Rick Nash had meant to the franchise and what he had meant to him personally. It was a big honor for Nash, obviously. And in 68 career games against the Red Wings, he put up 50 points. So a bit of a Red Wing killer throughout his career. Certainly the Red Wings glad to see him go, and he'll be happy to see his number raised to the rafters here at Nationwide on the 5th of March.
That's beautiful. Good stuff. So unfortunately, the high stick that was the right call. Even Tyler knew that. Nick Francois Saint-Laurent was sharp on that one. Well, they would have looked at it regardless. See if it were a good hockey goal. It was not with the high stick. So we're all even still. Oleno moving it quickly to Robbie Fabry. Just a goal and an assist the past 8 for Robbie. That goes off the skate, turned over at center for Veleno. He hops on it, up with Fabry and Zadina. Veleno regains control again for Fabry. Fabry to the front of the net for Zadina. Fabry digging for that puck, but the Blue Jackets come away with it. 50 seconds shy of the halfway point in the third period. As the shot from Sillinger sailed high and out of play. Mentioned Sillinger was born here in Columbus with Mike's second and final season with the Jackets in '03, and then Cole would live in Phoenix, St. Louis, Nashville, and the Island, where Cole learned to skate around the age of 5. So that tells you how many teams his dad played for, with 12 over 18 seasons.
And where else would he have been? Probably at the rink the entire time with his father.
Yeah.
I mean, switching schools a lot. Forget about that, but he's around an NHL rink, around NHL players his entire childhood life, and hence he's a player in the NHL at a very young age.
Nemestikov chases, so there's no icing here. Brought ahead by Bjorkstrand, then back for Nyquist. Up for Jenner, knocked away from him by the ever-present stick of Seider. Nyquist back of the net. Seider poked it away again. Jackets recover to the line here for Adam Boquist. Walks the line, feeds it back from whence he came. Nyquist leaves it for Bayreuther with a spinorama play by the defenseman. And then Jenner getting away from Rasmussen. Puck loose back of the net. Seider gave it away though in front of the goal. And Nyquist couldn't bury that one. Seider a little impatient on that last play. Nyquist got double teamed. And his stick broke in half as Nemestikov carries. Seider joining. There it is for him, and he just missed it. Nemestikov again played it in down low for Raymond. Larkin joining. Couldn't have the pass, and Bjorkstrand gave it up as Stahl moved it across. Larkin's feed couldn't reach Bertuzzi. Brought ahead by Sean Corrali. After 5 seasons in Boston, a Blue Jacket. Stahl's got it now for Lindstrom, back for Stahl. Raymond tipped it. Back to get it. Alexander Texier. Andrew Peak. For Corrali. Away from Lucas Raymond. Oh, he took a hit from Stahl. Bryce will hold on. With that, we'll step out. 9:06 to go in a 2-2 third period tie, which the Red Wings thought was untied. But watch the stick of Tyler Bertuzzi over his head when he knocked it down. Played it to himself. That's a high stick.
On plays well, especially on the PK. You know, your forwards have to be great in your penalty kill as well as your D, but your #1 penalty killer at times has to be your goaltender. And was it ever in the second? Grice on display, that lateral movement, left to right, right to left, both directions, really finding pucks through traffic, and kept the Wings in it in that second period. And that's all you can ask of that man right there. Each and every game he plays, he gives his Red Wings a chance to win.
Off the draw for Boquist, moves in deep with it, back in the slot. Back up blocked, another shot, ricocheted off the body. Red Wings dump it ahead, taken by Gavin Bayreuther and across. Boquist with a quick feed. Danforth played it up for Roslovic, along with Gregory Hoffman for Columbus, #15, looking for it. Off his leg it comes for Boquist. Hoffman tied up by Leddy. Shot and a save made off Justin Danforth. Looking for a tally in his first National Hockey League game. Good keep in at the line again by Bayreuther. And Grice will settle it down. Red Wings hemmed in their zone. Since the end of last season, or really March, it was such a strange year on when it ended. Grice has some of the best numbers in the National Hockey League. Not a lot of goal support. We talked all about last year. It was only Gibson Anaheim had fewer goal support than Grice had. But his numbers tonight, again, this score would not be 2-2. Not saying Nedeljkovic couldn't do it also, but Grice has been terrific.
And aren't they a great tandem? They really feed off each other. And Nedeljkovic, the 24-year-old, the young player, just getting into his National Hockey career. And here's the veteran. He's played in lots of big games. You forget with the Islanders, he was very good. A couple seasons in the playoffs for them. So he's been there, done that before. But a great, great mentor for Nedeljkovic at 24 years old.
Nedeljkovic likely getting the start tomorrow night in Dallas. Here's Fabry. That deflected. Then the Red Wings will head to Vegas and Arizona when we complete the road trip. We'll be with you next from Vegas on Thursday, Arizona on Saturday. Chris, stay out of the sun.
Are you saying I don't tan very easily?
Here's Voracek. Taken by De Keyser. Cleared it ahead to center. Suter brings it in. Couldn't get through. Strong defensive play by Andrew Peak, who has the puck now. Peak fires in. Kitty corners around for Bjorkstrand. Took it smartly off that kick plate. Played by Grice right to Hronek. Bjorkstrand for Columbus. To an open man at the line, Gavrikov. Mishandled, but got it across. Now to Peak. Oh, that came close. Rice came out to challenge Peak. What a play set up nicely by the two Columbus defenders.
Was it ever? The Wings, they're going to have to start getting those exits out of their offensive zone like they did in the first. They kind of lost control of that after being shorthanded twice. And ever since those two power plays, although not scoring, Columbus has really been putting the heat on the Red Wings defensively.
Pop free here for Bertuzzi. Slot. They score! Raymond! From Tyler Bertuzzi, and it's 3-2.
And we're talking Grayson, we have to. He's made multiple big saves here in the third period, along with in the second, and allowing his team a chance to do just this, get on the forecheck. The Red Wings, this has been a real important part of their game here, creating turnovers with that forecheck and then jumping on pucks and turning them into scoring chances. It's not easy to do this. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of hard battling, and then turning that into a scoring chance. And there you see that quick release on display by Raymond. To be able to shoot like that with that awareness. I don't have a lot of time. That just catches Marslikin's not ready. You can't get ready as a goalie. You're moving off that right post to push out. Well, it's too late. You haven't got your feet set. You're not set yet. Raymond's so quick with that release. It's by you before you're ready. The Wings up 3-2.
Lucas Raymond with his 7th goal and his 17th point tonight, both leading rookie scoring in the National Hockey League. That goal should be Raymond, Bertuzzi, and Larkin to give the Red Wings a 3-2 lead. They've never trailed in this game. They had a 2-0 lead. Columbus came back to get even. Now it's uneven again as Texier's shot goes off stall and out of play. So Lucas Raymond, goal number 7, his 4th at even strength. The rookie point leader in the NHL, who's never gone more than 2 games without a point this season, has done it again. Thank you, John. And the rookie scoring leaders in the National Hockey League up to date. Moritz Seider without a point tonight, but Raymond's got a goal and a helper. 17 points. Dawson Mercer has been terrific for the New Jersey Devils.
And New Jersey, another one of those teams, a bit of a surprise, but they got a lot of young, good forwards, and Mercer is one of them, and they've scored some highlight reel goals early in the season.
Seider with it. Raymond, Bertuzzi, and Larkin back out. Columbus has lost their past 2 coming into play tonight. They're 7-5 in the season, off the glove of Grice. And they're 5-3 here at Nationwide Arena. Red Wings trying to get back to 500 on the road. They're 3-4. They've been excellent at Little Caesars, Detroit, this year. And the crowds loved it.
It has been electric, hasn't it? And that's the difference for me this year, going into this year. Why are they still in it? Well, their home record's a lot better than it has been the 2-3 previous seasons.
Gagne gets stopped. And to help Rowney, feeding one to Valeno, just called up from Grand Rapids. Mitchell Stevens will be out for a little bit. Giovanni Smith, the extra forward. Jordan Osterley, the extra defenseman. Along with Troy Stetcher, who's skating with the upper body injury, trying to see if he can play through it, so he wouldn't have to miss extended time. Here's Valeno. Too far for Rowney.
It's a good play, though. You want to keep it deep. No turnovers at either blue line right now. You got to lead.
Valeno with a shot. That gets stopped. Gagne just overskated. And there's Rowney. More of a veteran presence right there to intercept. Voracek went off his skate. Moved ahead here. And here's a break. Chinakhov, his first National Hockey League goal.
Well, that's unfortunate. For multiple reasons. I thought a pretty good shift by that line up into that point. In this game, there's been a lot of bouncing pucks and who's getting the bounce. This thing just ricochets around in the neutral zone. I believe off the skate of Voracek. Now the Wings, they're going to dive in here, both defensemen at the same time, and off to the races, and just a rocket shot for his first of the season, but every goal is just a scramble, a bounce one way, or just somebody out of position by maybe a foot or two has created these scoring opportunities. And after a real good shift by that line with Veleno, it's unfortunate on for that goal, and just a bounce in neutral zone creates a scoring opportunity. First career goal.
So we're all tied up at 3 again. Yegor Chinakhov, who was so impressive, as we talked about earlier, at the Prospects tournament in Traverse City, where he scored 6 times. But he's got his first when it counts in the NHL here to tie up the game for Columbus at 3. Another first-round pick, Cole Sillinger, getting the assist for his 8th point in his young career. And the veteran Voracek getting the primary help at 15:42 to tie it up. You can watch the Wings in style celebrate Hockey Fights Cancer Night on Saturday, November 27th, when Buffalo comes to town. Each ticket includes a signature Wings-themed beanie. For tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com now. Yegor Chinakhov, number 59. First-round pick a year ago. 9th NHL game. Gets his first NHL goal.
And you can see why he's highly touted.
Great shot, yeah. In front, no one there.
Absolute buried it, rocket through the 5-hole. You don't see that a lot nowadays. Usually it's bar down, so you can see he's capable. He has that finishing touch that's going to make him a valuable player here in the National Hockey League.
There's a hook put on Rasmussen, and then that shot deflected wide. Seider kept it in. DeKeyser moves in. Backing him up is Ernie. Ernie had a speeding Robinson coming at him, who cuts in. Robinson makes a move. Couldn't get a clean shot. Seider stayed with him enough, but Robinson, good rush there by the Columbus forward. Bodies going down everywhere. Rasmussen, Texier, under 3 to play in a 3-3 third period. Columbus with 60 shot attempts. The Red Wings with 45. Here's Chinakhov again in front. Lucas Raymond's got it. Ahead for Bertuzzi. Larkin trying to catch up. Bertuzzi dumps it in behind Merzlikins. That went off the glass, stayed in play, did not hit the netting. Loose at center. Bertuzzi had it knocked off his stick. Then it's knocked down by Nick Leddy. For Dylan Larkin, who opened the scoring late in the first. Rasmussen added to that in the second. 2-0 Detroit. Columbus came back with 2 to tie. Red Wings took the lead in the third. Columbus has come back to tie again. Larkin, Rasmussen, and Raymond for Detroit. Larkin with 1-1. Raymond with 1-1 tonight. CBJ chant here at Nationwide Arena. And a large crowd here to see Detroit and Columbus, second meeting of 3 this season. Knocked down at center ice by Suter. Zadina tipped it. Fabry's got it. Then he gets knocked down by Werenski without a stick. Back of the net, Suter's got it. Into the slot, the shot! What a chance for Seider. Then Seider gave it away. Back come the Blue Jackets. The other way in for Bjorkstrand, then that gets blocked by DeKeyser. Nyquist for Columbus. That goes off his skate. Nyquist again to Zach Werenski. He scores! With a new stick in his hands. Werenski makes it 4-3 with 1:19 to play.
Well, this game, yeah, I've talked about the bounces, but it's about forechecking and winning puck battles, and the Wings took the lead by doing that. Well, now Columbus, who tied the game off a electric goal and a breakaway, first of the season, and then you get to this goal by Werenski. Just a forechecking goal. You're winning puck battles. Nyquist, just a nice touch pass back to the blue line. I'm not sure if this was deflected or Grice didn't see it. It seems to have changed direction just a bit at the end here, but you see Werenski lose his stick. Nyquist, he gives Nyquist back his stick, which now he's going to use here to eventually put it back to Werenski, who goes to the bench, gets a stick from the trainer, risks this through, and whether it's tipped or not, it could have been on the way through, but minute 19 left, and the Red Wings, you have to find a way to muster up a goal to tie this thing up here.
2:59 between the two goals. So now we'll watch for Grice to go to the bench. Red Wings had the lead. The 13:31 mark. Rice on the bench for an extra skater. Larkin to Raymond. Merzlikins leaves it for Zach Werenski. Nyquist and Jenner assisting. That went off Werenski's skate. Over there to get it is Fabry. Robbie Fabry as the Red Wings try desperately here to get even. Down low for Raymond, and he partially fanned on that. Gavrikov clears it. Leddy knocks it down at center. Played across by Hronek now for Dylan Larkin. Larkin a long shot in. Merzlikins will play it himself for the empty net. Merzlikins shoots it down. It's going to miss, and it'll come back as an icing. Now a message from MGM Grand Detroit.
Go Grand at the destination that elevates every experience. Welcome back safely to MGM Grand Detroit.
Red Wings have called timeout with 28 3/10 left on the clock with the face-off in the Blue Jackets zone.
Yeah, I wasn't sure to revisit the Werenski goal to eventually put them up here. Just a quick shot from the blue line here by Werenski. This is a snapper. He's looking for a rebound. Not a heck of a lot here. Greiss stopped this every time. Well, wondering how it went in. Well, it hits Suter, and he has to be in the shooting lane. Nothing against Suter. As a player, you want to be there. The goaltender wants you there as well. It's just a game of a lot of bounces that went either way. Well, there's one at a real opportune moment for Columbus, and a bad timing for the Wings with a minute 19 left that just didn't go their way or Greiss's way. Greiss plays a great game, 3-2 up to that point. You get the tire, and then a deflection goal off Suter. Just unfortunate luck for the Red Wings.
Off the draw, kept in. Comes to Hronek. Back to Seider. Hronek moves to the middle. Gets it down low. Larkin couldn't handle it cleanly. Loose in the slot. Hronek back in front. They jam away at it. Still loose. Fabry backhand. Clear to the corner. Comes to Robinson. He'll clear it ahead. Texier with an empty net with 4 to go. Ends it.
The Wings had their opportunity to tie it up. There was a mad scramble once again around Merzlikins, and that he was down and out a few times. Just couldn't get that puck on the stick. Larkin had it down low. Pretty clear opportunity. Just rolls off the stick, goes back behind, but they had plenty of opportunity. Just were unable to get a clean look, a clean puck handle around Columbus's net. And a lot of twists and turns in this game, Ken. The Wings are going to come away with a tough loss.
And you really didn't see this one coming. One of the more disappointing losses of the season. Up with 6.5 to go, up by a goal. As good as Greiss was all night.
Yep.
And he kept the score close. You really didn't see this one coming.
You had to think when Raymond made it 3-2 off that beautiful forward check.
Yep.
Nice play down low. That was what the Red Wings needed. Columbus was pressuring, but they're finding a way to win. So unfortunate loss for the Wings.
And Zach Werenski winds up with the game winner. To Larry and John we go.